Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Awad. I'm IGCSE Computer Science and ICT teacher. In this video, inshallah, we'll carry on Unit 1. We already finished the points 1.1, which is about the main computer components. In this video, we're going to talk about the heading, which is 1.2, main components of computer system. Basically, computer system is made up of hardware and software. As we can see in this figure, the main components of any computer system is divided into two parts, hardware and software. In this topic, we're going to talk about the hardware main components. As you can see in this table, the hardware is divided into three different type of devices. We have input devices, just example for that, like mouse, keyboard, camera, microphone, sensor, and scanner, and EDC. There is another hardware devices like the output devices. Addition to that, we have secondary storage devices. Those different type of devices that form the hardware in a computer system. Addition to that, we have software. We have the software. It's just such kind of instructions and programs. Even software is divided into two parts. We have system software and application software. So the internal hardware. The next point is about the internal hardware. When we talk about internal hardware, we talk about the hardware which is located inside the computer box. Example for those kind of hardwares like CPU, which stands for Central Processing Unit. We have internal hard disk and SSD disk, which is solid state drives. Then we have primary memory or RAM and ROM. RAM it stands for random access memory, whereas ROM stands for read-only memory. So here we have how the computer looks. We have like a typical computer system, just which is including different type of hardwares. Next point, we need to talk about it and under this topic, which is Central Processing Unit. See, Central Processing Unit or CPU is a part of the computer that interrupts and executes the commands from the computer hardware and software. So we call it also as the computer brain. It is the main part that's responsible of execution of the commands and instructions inside the computer. On the other hand, the CPU is just made up of two hardware components. The first one is called ALU, which is arithmetic and logic units, which is responsible of carrying out calculation and logic decisions. The second part, which is called control unit, and it's responsible of controlling the input and output devices. So mainly the central processing unit, it's made up of many parts, but the two main parts that we need to talk about them in this level, it's about the two components, which are ALU and CU. Next, we need to talk also about the internal memory. In the simple language, when we talk about the internal memory, we are talking about the two types of memories, which are RAM and ROM, random access memory and read-only memory. So random access memory, it's an internal chip where data is temporarily stored when running applications. As we know, the main role of the RAM, it's a memory, or it's a temporary memory that's just feed or that's send the data to the central processing unit. So it's just like a kind of memory, which is located between the hard disk and the central processing unit. And it is considered as one of the very important parts in our computer. The next type of internal memory, which is ROM, it is memory used to store information that need to be permanent. Mainly the role of read-only memory. It's just a memory that store some instructions and programs. We use them just to boot the system. That's why we call them as a bootable files. Those files are used just to help the computer to boot up. Here are some differences between RAM and ROM. So first, RAM, as we said, it's a temporary memory device, whereas ROM is a permanent memory device. Temporary means it's just saving the data during the running time of the system, whereas the permanent memory device are the kind of memory which is saving the memory for a very long time. The second point is volatile memory, non-volatile memory. We mean by volatile and non-volatile. Volatile memory, it's just kind of memory, will be erased if we switch off the computer, where our non-volatile memory are kind of memory. They'll not get any effects if the computer is being shut down. Can be written to and read from. So RAM, it's just read-write memory, whereas read-only memory, from the name itself, it's just clearly that it's just a memory that we can read from. Next point is about input and output devices. This topic is going to be explained in details in the second chapter, which is mainly about the input and output devices. But in a simple way, if we want to define and if we want to differentiate between these two different type of devices, we can easily say that the input devices are the devices that allow the computer to put or to enter the data to the computer, whereas the output devices are the devices used in order to retrieve the information from the computer. Examples of input devices like keyboard, mouse, microphone, webcam, scanner, those are just kind of input devices, where an example of output devices such as printer, projector, and monitor. We consider them the output devices. As we mentioned, inshallah, we're going to talk about those input and output devices in details in the second chapter. Next point is about packing storage. Mainly the storage or the memory classified into two categories in a computer, as we talked earlier about internal memory, or we call it also other primary memory, that can be represented in the form of RAM and ROM. And the second part is called packing storage or secondary storage. Those are the main memory. As we said, it's a RAM and ROM. However, the permanently storage large amount of data is necessary to use packing storage. Example for the packing storage is like our hard disk, which is HDD, and the SSD, which is solid state drive. Those are the main memory that we need them to store the data for permanent, and we need them to store all our informations in the computers too. Some comparison between the internal and the packing storage memory. As we said, example for internal memory, just like RAM, contains are lost when computer is is power on, power down, sorry, or power off, whereas backing storage devices hold their contents permanently. Even if we switch off the computer, still the data will be saved in our computer. RAM and ROM are much smaller. Next point is come to the capacity. Of course, like the internal memory size is very small compared to the backing storage or to the secondary storage, whereas this considerably large capacity to store data than RAM and ROM. Next is the data access time on RAM and ROM is extremely fast, as we can see that's because, as we said, RAM and ROM are directly connected to the central processing unit, so we need them to be more faster, whereas the secondary storage devices, it's not that much fast as the internal memory. This is next is just like much more expensive when it comes to the cost. Primary storage devices are much expensive compare if we compare them to the secondary storage devices. It's much cheaper per byte than RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM are fixed inside the computer, whereas the backing storage can either be fixed externally or internally. Large RAM and ROM can be read directly by the central processing unit, which is a very important point because it's just like directly connected to the central processing unit, whereas backing storage like hard disk and SSD drive are not directly connected. Those devices are connected to the RAM. Then the RAM will just send the information that's copied from the hard disk or the SSD disk to it. Then it will be sent to the central processing unit for processing. That's said about this topic. Inshallah, in the next video, we'll start with 1.3, which is about operating system, which is very important topic. We're going to know what is the operating system is all about and the different type of interfaces that we need to learn about, which are enable the users to access the operating system. By the end of this video, I would like to thank you very much, and I hope just being informative for you. Thank you very much, and inshallah we'll meet in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.